All right, now I'm on page 374 of the Go Math textbook. Follow along. The table to the right shows the typical price of a popular brand of corn cereal over time. So here's the table we're using. Remember, this is going to be our X. This is going to be our Y. Complete the table below to show the cost of buying 1 to 5 boxes of corn cereal in 1988. Then graph the relationship on the coordinate plane. Okay. So here is our first point. 1 box of, well, actually, no, it's not, because we're not using the year previous. We use the year as the title for our one, so we're going to be using X and Y here, this table, to graph. This table just shows the cost, which we could graph this as well if we needed to, but that's not what they're asking us to graph. So boxes to cost. So 1 box would cost $1.50. So 1 box on my number line. And let's see, how do I want to raise the cost of the cereal? Let's think here for a second. Do I want to count by ones? Or do I want to count by 50 cents? Let's see what happens when we count by 50 cents. So this will be 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box, 5 box. That's fine. If we go $1 here, then we go up 2 to get $2, up 2 to get $3, up 2 to get $4, up 2 to get $5. Let's see if we can use that. Or if we're going to end up, yeah, we're going to end up being too big. Okay, that's fine. We can go by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll be able to show you how you can put something in between. So X is 1, so I run over to 1. And now Y would be $1.50 or $1.50. So when I rise, I want to rise past the 1 and go right in between the 1 and the 2. So my point's going to be about here. Okay. So I ran over to 1 and then I went up past the 1 because it's more than 1 and it's 50 cents, so it's going to be right in between. Okay. If I buy 2 boxes of corn cereal, that's going to be $1.50 and another $1.50. That's going to be $3. So I'm going to, oh, I lost my point. So I'm going to run over to 2 and rise up to 3. And then if I buy 3 boxes, that's going to cost me $4.50. So I'm going to run over to 3 and then rise up to 4. Go past 4, right in between the 4 and the 5. Okay, if I buy 4 boxes, that's going to cost me $6. So 4, and then I run up to 6. Just going to put my point right there. And then 5, it's going to be $7.50. Run over to 5, go up past the 7, and then midway between the 7 and the 8. Okay, so you can see here this makes a straight line. It's so difficult. They need to come out with a tool. Hey, Microsoft, come out with a tool so I can do this a little easier. All right. Number 8, suppose you graph the cost of buying 1 to 5 boxes of corn cereal using the 1968 price and the 2008 price. Explain how those graphs would compare to the graph made using the 1988 price. Okay, so if we bought 1 box, let's just put some points on there. Let's look at the 1968 cost. If we bought 1 box in 1968, that would cost 39 cents. So we wouldn't even go halfway up to 1. We would be like a third of the way up. So my point would be right here. And then my next point, 2 boxes still wouldn't even be $1. It would be about 80 cents. So it would be right here. And then 3 boxes, that's going to be a little more than $1. That's going to be about here. Okay, again, I'm estimating. But we can already see what's happening to our line here. It would continue off similar to that. Okay, and then 2008, if I bought one box, it would be $4.50. Then 2 boxes would be $9, which 9 would put me right here. So you can already see kind of what's happening with this line. So what's changing about the lines? Well, of course, it's costing more as you move into the future. But notice in graphing, we want to notice the steepness or the angle of the line. So you can see here, these graphs, the 2008 graph, would, or is, I should say, is much steeper. Let's see. And the 1968 graph is much less, I want to say much less steep. Right, let's say rises less steeply. Than the 1988 line or graph. So you can see the steepness is what changes, and that's what we like to talk about when you're talking about relationships of lines in a graph, is the steepness of those lines. Okay, the 1968 graph doesn't rise very steeply. 1988 starts to rise a little more steeply, and then 2008, boom, it shoots up dramatically. Okay, very steep rise. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.